welcome back. So what I want to be talking about today is ACB Aurora Cannabis. This ticker today is really flying, and at first it wasn't necessarily a lead gapper that I was super interested in. It's a little bit more on the large cap side, mid to large cap side. Usually we're looking for those small cap gappers. We did have a few nice ones. I want to review those as well today, but when we go to the charts in a second, I want to talk about why this one could be a good swing trade. And actually in my watch list this morning at like 6:50, I don't know, 7 a.m., I wrote that this could be a good swing trade. So I want to review that a little bit more in detail. So guys, let's go over to the charts now. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. We go live every morning at we've been switching up so much lately at usually 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to review the watches and then trade the market open. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content, and let's get over to the laptop right now. In the meantime, I'm gonna actually turn this light off because it's kind of blowing into my soul lately. Okay, so we are back, ready to go. First thing I want to talk about here is yeah, this is a little bit small here. Unfortunately, I can't make it any bigger, but shares of several cannabis companies are trading higher after voters in multiple U.S. states voted in favor of legalizing recreational and or medical marijuana. Now, guys, remember, on the ballot, it's not just, Trump or Joe Biden. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. I think on the Florida ballot, there was like 23 things I had to vote for, including like the mosquito commissioner. It was ridiculous. There was so much stuff. But there's all these different things to vote for. In California, there was Prop 22 that Uber and a lot of other, and Lyft and drive companies, were trying to push through. So there's a lot to vote for. And right now in this election, cannabis is kind of back on the plate here in full swing. The Biden campaign has indicated it would decriminalize marijuana if it were to win the U.S. presidency. That's really big news. And right now, if you go over to the presidency, you can kind of see that Joe Biden is leading here at 264, at least on Google. And there's a few other sites there all kind of saying a little bit different things. NPR, I think New York Times, I don't know, they're all saying a little bit different things. Anyway, it's roughly around 264, like 250 something. So he's really close to winning. The key state, Georgia, swing state, he won, or it looks like he's leading in Georgia, but it's so close. It's literally like by 1,500, close to 2,000 votes. So it's really close. This one was leading as a Republican state, but as the mail-in ballot was coming in, the majority of those were actually Democratic ballots. So those were being pumped in here now. Yeah, so that's a little bit about why this ticker is flying so much. Now there is one more thing, or there is something else I would probably consider on this ticker. If we just come down here a little bit to ACB, this is a Canadian drug manufacturing company. So they kind of focus in those cannabis drugs. So they're up on the Democratic possibility victory news. That's what I was writing here early in the morning. Good for possibly good swing trade. Could be a good swing trade. Yeah, this is I hadn't had my full coffee dose yet, or CBD. November 9th is earnings, guys. I want to keep this in mind. So if you go here to the chart, you can see that on the 9th they have earnings coming out. So if you're going to play this over the weekend, I mean, that's pretty intense. Maybe I don't know. I don't like trading around earnings. And if I'm in a swing trade, I usually like to do it before or after earnings. So, that's totally up to you guys, how you guys want to play it. To me, it's always like a complete gamble because, even if if the earnings are up but they don't beat estimates, then it's, down. It's a stressful play. It's not my favorite. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are looking to trade earnings on ACB. For me personally, I was doing a little bit of a, in hindsight, this looks like the most ridiculous trade ever. I wasn't really super stoked on ACB at first. And like I said before, and I knew at 10:30 I'd probably be done with trading. So once we got a nice little pop here out of this bigger 5-minute bull flag, you can see down here, and this is the green candle I was more or less trading. I pretty much bought into the breakout and wanted to sell in, ideally I wanted to sell on the break of like 9:30 this area, but I just closed it out right away. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't a ticker that I'm usually trading, so I was like, what am I doing here trading this ticker? If anything, I should either invest in this company, swing trade it, but this is not really something I day trade. However, in hindsight, this actually ended up being a really nice ticker because we had a beautiful bull flag here, broke out, had another bull flag, and then we ripped up here 8 candles higher. And then we pulled all the way to this bigger resistance zone at $12 that we were talking about earlier today on the stream. So it was, it was one of those tickers where you felt the momentum behind it. You knew that, this could be a multi-day runner. It already is a multi-day runner. So a lot of you guys in the chat room, I think 3 of you guys specifically, you let this ride out a little bit longer today. And I think that was really, really smart. I'm usually more of a scalper. I'm a fairly quick trader, relatively, but there's not a lot of times where I'm looking for a home run trade, and that's totally fine. We're up over $1,200 this week day trading, and my average position size this month is about $4,000. So we're growing really nicely here, and I'm usually never getting any home run trades. I'm just taking my base hits again and again, and that works really well for me. But I think next time in the future, when I see a ticker like ACB, a ticker that it's kind of up on not so much micro news, so news specific to the company, but it's kind of being fueled by a larger shift in a trend, right? With cannabis being more and more legalized, and people really get behind a ticker like this, and then you could get those multi-day runs. So and it's a larger company, so you don't have to worry about this thing usually falling off a cliff right away in the same day. Over a long period of time, that's a little different story, because cannabis already had that run. 2018, 2019, these were hot tickers, even 2017. So it's like they had their big run. It's kind of like EV companies are having their big run, and then the market matures a little bit, and then sometimes that's followed by a lot of consolidation or downward trend. But now it looks like the cannabis stuff is really coming back now with the Democratic elections, or the U.S. elections, which is right now leaning more Democratic. So kind of interesting there. Overall, we're walking away today not too much up. We traded MOGO, we traded what else did we trade? Actually MOGO, and that's pretty much it in ACB. So ACB only walked away with $30 on this one very small trade, and then MOGO 250. So I'll quickly talk about that one. So overall today $280, not bad. That's like 7% based on our average position size of, like I said, $4,000 roughly. So it's all going in the right direction. Can't really complain too much. So let's talk about MOGO really quickly here. 20 million float. Oh yeah, actually before I wanted to do that, I did want to just kind of review here the page. Always check out the website, guys, if you are curious and maybe investing in companies. See what you can learn from the website, and just kind of read through things. Aurora is a pioneer in global cannabis and dedicating to help people improve their health, wellness, and lives, I guess through the extractions from cannabis. So kind of an interesting company here. It looks a little bit more reputable. Plus, it's not one of those small cap flyers on the cannabis that's just being pumped and dumped. So kind of interesting ticker overall. Yeah, so MOGO, MOGO is a software application Canadian company. The 20 million float, 40 million market cap. They they have a integration now with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and this company is it's an app that what's the word for it? I'm losing the word. Like a wallet app. Wallet app. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, this app now integrates with. I mean, these are big partnerships. So I always love kind of catalysts like this. To me, it's a little bit more sustainable kind of news, and I sometimes have to worry a little bit less, or I feel like I have to worry a little bit less about wicked flushes or something like that. Although the way MOGO was actually trading, maybe a little bit sketchy, because this one had some of these past spikes to the upside, and they never really held their highs here. And 220 and 225 was huge resistance. So to me, trading MOGO was really the pre-market kind of way to go. So I was really looking at MOGO mostly pre-market, and after that, it was totally dead to me. We popped up here at 7, had a pullback, and then we broke back above VWAP, and then I started buying the breakouts. I bought a few pullbacks, but mostly breakouts. So into this green candle, I would buy it and then sell into the next one. So it's kind of an aggressive. Here's a perfect example. I bought here at 208, so that was pretty high here. That's right up here, and then I sold on the spike here. So small trade. Percentage wise, base hits, 2-3%, but several of those in a row, they really add up. Here was another trade. I tried to do a pullback. This one didn't work. I closed this position. I bought this breakout here at 18. This was again very aggressive, and then moved this higher little 2% pop. So again, like kind of a weird sloppy trading style, I'd say today, but I avoid a lot of risk today, and I didn't have that high energy today. I felt that I was a little tired, so I was like, I'm not going to get super aggressive. I did a red to green move here on MOGO as well. I didn't get my full position size. I wanted 2,000 or 3,000 shares, and I only walked away with 1,000 shares. This could have been a really good home run trade, but then it ended up flushing. So it was MOGO. It was kind of lacking a little bit of momentum behind it. Did a little dip trade that didn't work out. And then, in this area, when it failed to break here several times, I was really losing a lot of interest. I was already saying that on the stream, and yeah, I don't know, now it's just selling off. So I'm not really too interested on this ticker. But to me, what I would probably be interested in looking up and kind of keeping a focus on is some cannabis tickers. I actually just made a new, where is it, cannabis? A new watch list for some cannabis stocks, and I think I'll be adding this one to it, and we can talk about more cannabis tickers in the future, because I think that's going to be a pretty interesting topic now coming up, and I could see this being a multi-week, multi-month kind of run for cannabis tickers. So I'm excited to dive into it a little bit more with you guys. So we're probably going to make that a topic. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you do want to learn more about the tickers that we're trading, day trading and swing trading. We go live every morning, like I said earlier, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to review the watch list and then trade the market open. Drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I will see you guys then first thing Monday morning. And till then, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.